All right, let's cross straight to our correspondent now. Ariel Levin-Waldman is at the Damascus gate for us. Ariel, you're there where some of those clashes broke out last night and during the day yesterday. Tell us about the sense you get on the ground today, just a day after the flag march, and give us a bit of a snapshot as well of what unfolded in the old city.
Look, a good way to take a look at this is to say not quite back to normal, even if it's starting to look a little more normal. You can actually take a quick look around me and you can see that tourists are filling the area and that shops are open behind me, next to me, all around me. But they're not very popular. And some of the shopkeepers that we've spoken to said that they haven't seen tourists in days, that tourists have been afraid to show up. That's because of all the tension surrounding the flag march. In the days leading up to it, there was gloom and doom being prophesized on every news channel in the region and around the world. That's going to keep people out of the area. And in the aftermath afterwards, well, there's still the whole stories of the riots and the clashes last night. And it's not to say it's just storytelling, because we did see those clashes. And when we got here this morning, we could even see the aftermath of them. Police barricades were littering the streets. You saw the posters and stickers, various extremist stickers on every single shop here saying all Arabs are terrorists, saying terrorists get out of the country, death to all terrorists. When you put those all together, you get a sense of what was going on. People had slapped locks on the stores to prevent the business owners from opening the next morning. There were 40 Palestinians and 5 Israeli police and 3 Israeli civilians that were injured in the clashes last night. So very obviously things did happen, but despite that, you are seeing life return to normal. You are seeing everything reopen, and you are seeing a sort of tentative hope that there will be calm and that life and business, because that's what it really is to the people here, it's their livelihoods, is returning.
And of course, the flag march still went ahead yesterday, despite the threats from terror groups. But Hamas is still warning that it could still react to the flag march through Jerusalem's old city, Ariel, saying it would do so at the right time. And this clearly remains a concern for Israel.
That's always going to be a concern from now on. We saw, as of a couple of years ago, Hamas seems to be claiming that Jerusalem is part of their jurisdiction. This is because they are attempting to extend their power over the West Bank and to extend their influence there, and this is a very easy flashpoint by which to do it. That means if anything happens in Jerusalem, Hamas wants to make a big show of it, but they have a tough choice ahead of them. Yes, they can gain a lot of political support that way from certain groups, but they can also draw a serious backlash from Israel. And last May, with the military escalation and conflict we saw there, was enough to put a damper on any chance of them really firing off a large-scale escalation this time. Just about every security analyst in Israel that you can ask is going to tell you they don't expect anything serious to start, simply because there's not enough call to it. There were no deaths from the clashes. There wasn't enough casus belli for anybody to really start anything significant. So obviously people are waiting to see if Hamas does anything, but at this time it doesn't look that likely.
Really appreciate all those details there. Ariel Levin-Waldman, our correspondent from the Damascus gate. Thank you very much. Well, we're ducking out for a short break now. When we do get back, we'll have the latest on the Biden's visit to the small community of Uvalde in the United States. They're grieving after the mass shooting there for the second time in 2 weeks. This is i24 News. We'll be back in a tick.